I just came home from a retie and I just love this cut so much. I feel like it frames my face so much. Hey everyone, this is Joy of Joy Morris Beauty, and in this video I'm going to be sharing a Loc Bang update as well as an alopecia update. So stay tuned. Hey, I just wanted to come to share another update with you. Thank y'all so much for always posting so many comments and questions. It always keeps me going and keeps me thinking about things. So I appreciate all of the comments that you all are always putting on all my videos. I wanted to share an update today about my bangs. So if you saw one of my shorts or my reels that I posted within the past month and a half, I did get bangs cut into my locks, which is something I can't remember if I mentioned it on the channel. It was something I thought about for a while, probably almost a year, just in the back of my head. I said it was worth it to at least try because, I mean, you never know. Like, if I didn't like it, I could have, I don't know, parted them down the side and just waited several years for them to grow out. Or, I just figured it would be worth it. So, but I end up loving these bangs, and something happened with the bangs that I wasn't really expecting. Or maybe my loctician did kind of know because she's always in locks and in heads. So she probably knew this was going to happen. I didn't. But when I first got them cut, they were really, really thin. And I was trying to think, I said, okay, I like the length of them, but what can I do to kind of thicken them up? Something really interesting has happened to them over the past 5 weeks or so since I've gotten them cut. And they have actually almost kind of regressed in terms of their maturity, and they're behaving a little bit more like newbie locks since the ends are open. So can you see how on my ends I have all this texture, and I have 4A very coily hair. So you can see how, on the very ends of each lock, you can actually see my texture starting to come through. They look a little more crinkly as opposed to, the ones in the back that are like the same width from start to tip, and they're kind of more like like a full lock, like a barrel roll, very uniform lock. But the bangs are kind of crinkly, more so mimicking my natural hair texture with the coily ends, which have kind of helped my bangs to look a bit more fuller and given me just a little bit more of what I feel is like a unique look to my locks, which I love because I feel like they're tailored to me. That plus the layers in the front, I am absolutely loving so much, especially as my hair is kind of growing out. It's a great cut to have as they grow out. And then I'll probably just continue to trim my bangs a little bit along the way. They're doing their own thing right now. Like I said, they're coiling up. So they look like they're slightly different lengths. But they're a little more uniform actually if you were to pull them down, but they're having fun doing their own thing. I'm gonna let them have fun. But I'll cut them a little bit along the way. Probably a little bit after each retie to keep them within the cut that my loctician kind of made for me. I wanted to also share an update on my alopecia, my Ccca, which I've talked about so much on the channel. I will not be seeing my dermatologist again until I can't even remember when my next appointment is. Since she's considering me to be stable, I don't think I'm gonna see her again until maybe the fall or the winter time. I might even be December. I don't know. But I pretty much have my routine down that I'm following, and I've had to make a few adjustments recently just to make sure that I'm staying on top of my symptoms and that everything is okay. So I am actually shampooing my Sisterlocks twice a week. Funny with the bangs because one of my locks unraveled actually. I was like, duh, you open the ends up, so you gotta braid and band again. So I'm gonna have to braid and band my locks, which is another thing to add up to my routine, which I'm okay because I like the look of the bangs with the open ends. But I do wash my hair twice a week. First step is I use Head and Shoulders just on my scalp area, and I suds it. I literally count to 60 seconds because if I use this longer than 60 seconds, it almost has the opposite effect, and it'll be a little irritating because it is a little strong, but it really helps. It's one of the things that helps to keep my inflammation down. After that, I use this shampoo and conditioner, which I just figured out for this video that I think I had squeezed my bottles too tight in the shower, in my shower caddy, because I got shampoo busting out the sides. I got to figure out what to do about that. But I am using Tresemme shampoo and conditioner, which I like to just get the oops. Ah! And I like to get really big bottles because I don't like to have to keep buying something over and over again. So if I can get a big one and it can last me some months, I'm usually okay with that. And then I have like this towel thing to just kind of help to absorb the moisture. I still use that rosemary solution that I make at home with the actual rosemary herb that I steep in a slow cooker to kind of come up with this. I had stopped using it for a few weeks because I thought I could get away with it. Sometimes I hate how complex my routine is. I realize this in comparison with all the things you could do with your hair is not as complex. But I want it to be as simple as possible. But I learned the hard way that yeah, I still need this because I think it had been a few weeks I had skipped it or forgot to buy some rosemary to make some more. So I have to keep this in the fridge and everything since it doesn't have preservatives. And sure enough, I did start to have that tingle pick up a little bit, which is really activated by the sun for me living down here in Dallas. It's not as bad in the winter, but in the summer and the spring when it's super sunny down here, I have to be really careful. So I'm going to be using this every day. In the morning when I wake up, there's a marked difference in my scalp when I use my rosemary solution. I can almost feel it kind of taking the inflammation out of my scalp and soothing my scalp. These two things alone, the Head and Shoulders twice a week for 60 seconds with my moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, using the rosemary every day. If I didn't have those in my routine, I don't really know what I'd be doing. I'm still using my liquid metformin, which is literally, because people are like, you use metformin? This is what it looks like. And then I just kind of put I put maybe like 1 or 2 droppers on the top of my scalp each night before I go to bed. And that is kind of helping to regrow some of my hair in my crown where it got kind of thin. Since I have early stage Ccca, it's not, one of the advanced stages where you have like you can prominently see that something was wrong. You might just think it was just a little thinner than what it should be, but all those things have been helping it to kind of thicken back up. Since I have bangs now, I do have to kind of style my hair in the morning again, right? So I use water. I mean, I have like talked about all these different types of sprays. I like to put my continuous sprayer through my lock journey, but right now, all I'm using is water because I have to be really careful not to irritate my scalp. The aloe vera that I used to use, as much as I loved it and as much as it made my locks feel really moist, it got on my scalp one day last year and oof, that was the last day I used it. I can't use it. I just had to use water. And I need to do better with putting some sort of spray on my locks to kind of counteract using the Head and Shoulders twice a week because it can be drying. So I am committing to use just kind of a spray on my locks a little more. I have been using the Cantu conditioning mist and I like that. I'm open to find some other sprays. I just haven't had the patience or the interest to look around. But if you know of any other lock sprays that you really like that keep your locks moist, let me know because my hair can get really, really dry. And since most of my hair, with the exception of my bangs, is fully locked, I'm at the stage now where I can use moisture and not be afraid of it. But again, when I spray it, I literally, usually what I'll do is I'll grab my locks right so that I'm not anywhere near my scalp, and then I'll spray this way to make sure that I don't get any of the spray on my scalp because it is so sensitive. Outside of my, medicated scalp solution, water, shampoo and conditioner,